Good morning, everyone. Good morning, world. Good morning to the universe. Thank you, God, for another day. I'm thankful that I'm here. My name is Justin Loy, and I'm here to make a statement. So, about 5 years ago, I found myself very lost in life during my years of high school, junior year. I was about 120 pounds. I think the lightest was like 115 pounds, and I'm 5'5". Super skinny, bad habits, smoking, drinking, no mindset, lost in life, trying to fit in with other people. I grew up in upstate New York and just heading down the wrong path without realizing it, of course, right? You're unconscious. And I ended up putting myself in situations that have caused me to lose myself and not know myself, not have a good environment around me, hang around people that were not benefiting me and that caused me not to benefit myself nor care about anything. And eventually, I found myself being very lonely during COVID. I was very addicted to video games. I played video games with my buddies all the time. I enjoyed it, but I gained 60 pounds over time. And I was just eating a whole bunch, drinking whatever, doing whatever. And eventually I got up to 200 pounds, sitting at 5'5". I was very big. My shirts were extra large. My waist was about 40, 42. Very comfortable with how I was, but I wasn't realizing the hole that I was putting myself down. And, just no habits, no morals, no sense of respect for myself. And, I'm just working a regular part-time job, probably working 20 hours a week, going home, playing video games, doing whatever I wanted, however I wanted, sleeping about 4 a.m., waking up at like 2, and getting ready for work by 3. I'd wake up, shower, eat something real fast, go to work for a few hours, come home, play video games, do the same thing all over again in my room, not exercising. And eventually, I wanted to lose weight. And that's what started my weight loss journey. Every day after work, I went and did cardio for about 45 minutes on the Stairmaster. And if you've done the Stairmaster consistently, you know how much that can really burn out of you. And, like during that time, because I was always used to staying up late. So when I would try to go to sleep early, I couldn't. I had sleep insomnia. And there were days when, I had work at 6 a.m., literally had to be there at 6 a.m. And I couldn't sleep all night. And I didn't drink coffee at the time either. So I just stayed up all night, literally laying there, could not sleep, just laying there, like with my eyes closed for hours. 6 hours of just laying there with my eyes closed. Like there were nights when I really tried to go to sleep, but I couldn't. And I would just lay there. And after my shift, my morning shifts, after pulling an all-nighter, I would go do the Stairmaster for 45 minutes. After that, I'd hit the sauna right after. I wouldn't wipe the sweat off me, nothing. for about 15 minutes, and I did that very consistently because I wanted to lose weight, and I actually fell in love of the feeling of having blood rushing to my head, losing weight. And I started to see weight loss progress very fast. I think in like the first month or two, I went down to like a medium already just by doing that. And I started to gain more confidence in myself. I started to like how I looked. I started to enjoy it and make the gym a priority. I looked forward to going to the gym, But still, I didn't develop any habits. I was never journaling. I believe that there was God watching over me, but I never asked him for anything. I never prayed. I never really believed that there is something out there that's greater and believes in myself, So what I mean is spiritually, I have to believe in myself in order to do anything. I just can't be like, okay, please, God, help me out. I have to actually put the faith in myself in order to do things. But further on, I lost all the weight I gained. I went down to about 140, 150 healthy weight, sitting at 5'5" again. And I started weight training. And literally, I remember the day I woke up. It was a summer day, and I took a progress video, my first day ever. And I was following this routine of push-pull legs that my actual coach right now put me on when he first started taking his fitness journey seriously. And I learned that. I was in the gym for hours, probably 3 hours, 3.5 hours a day, just really learning what equipment is what and how to actually work out. And eventually, you just do it so much that it became muscle memory. And I loved it. I started to see progress, and it's like something I look forward to again every single day. Then I started school. I went back to school, went to college, and I did good for a semester. I had my grandpa helping me out. If you're watching this, thank you, Grandpa. I will never be able to thank you enough for the things that you've done for me. And I just hope you know I'm trying my best in order to achieve my dreams and show you that I can do it. But eventually, after the first semester ended, there's like a 30-day gap of break, and I fell off again. And during this time, I was like in the best shape that I've ever been. Like, I was very lean, and I had muscle on me, but I was just avoiding like chips, soda, stuff like that. But I was eating whatever I wanted still. But I ate a lot healthier. And during this time when I had the break, I never kept myself occupied enough to stay in school or commit to something that was helping me. And I got distracted by video games again. Literally. And so if you play video games and you're actually somewhat decent at it, you get addicted pretty easily. Like me, I was playing Warzone with my buddies. And if you play Warzone on a competitive level, But yeah, I started to fall off in the gym. I started gaining some body fat. I was still going to the gym. I kept the gym a priority, but I was so addicted to video games that eventually I just dropped out. That's how bad, if you don't have a good structure, a morning routine, then you can get drifted away from the things that you need to do. So I dropped out, and I was getting skinny fat, less motivated in the gym, and gaming was everything that I knew. Once I realized how bad I messed up, right? I had something good going for me in school, but it's too late now. So I just kept working, stayed in the gym, and then I went to Vietnam, and it really changed my life because I realized that the opportunity that I have now and the things that I have here, I'm blessed to have. I have a family in Vietnam, my grandma in Vietnam, my uncles, aunts, cousins. And over there, it's very nice. It's sunny, nice, warm weather all the time, but it's harder to make a living over there. We are definitely blessed to have the opportunity that we have, and I feel like we take it for granted. But I come back and I still don't feel like I'm doing enough. I'm not doing enough. I told myself, though, when I come back, I'm going to change because I can see how my family is struggling, Even though life is not bad, it could be better. And I came back. I still don't know what I want to do with my life. Still not sure. And I was going to go to the military. I wanted to build discipline in myself, and I knew that people in the military can build themselves up that way, right? They can be trained, disciplined, consistent. But I came to the realization that it wasn't me. I wanted to join the military. I did. Deep down, I did. But there were other opportunities here with me. And, I was talking to my partner one day on a walk, and she convinced me that, there's just better opportunities out here. And, without the people around you, if it wasn't for that talk right there, I probably would have been left by now and not in the position that I'm currently in. I am 28 days into my prep, 91 days out for my first show, and I'm building consistency this way. Discipline. Obviously, there are days when you fall off. There are days when things get hard, but you got to get back up. I couldn't quit this time. I knew what I was getting myself into. Because I've quit before. I know what it feels like to be a failure. But this time, I need to win. I need to overcome my mind. So, shout out to my coach, Ryan. He gave me the opportunity of becoming a better man, helping me out. I had to drop my ego, and I hit him up for help, man. Because that's what you do when you don't know what to do in life. Sometimes you think that you can figure it out by yourself. I literally thought I could figure it out by myself. But it comes to a point where it's like, I just need help. I need some guidance. And without that type of guidance, I wouldn't be journaling. And journaling has changed my life so much. I literally write down my thoughts. I give gratitude at the start of my day instead of giving myself out to the world and not being able to be thankful for the things that I have. Once you put yourself out, it's like you're distracted throughout the whole day. If you just take an hour and a half to put yourself first, to care about yourself first, then you can care for other people. And just going strong, Currently 21 years old, turning 22 in June. And I'm ready for the next chapter of my life. I'm ready to change myself, my spirit, my body, my mind, so one day I can help others like I was once being helped. yeah, so I'm just going strong. Rice, chicken, broccoli for lunch and dinners. Pre-workout meal and post-workout meal. For breakfast, I'll have some oatmeal, my multivitamins, coffee, and every day until show day. I'm very thankful to be in the position that I'm in, and you should be too. If you are a little lost in life, start journaling. Start setting the standard for yourself to put yourself first. You know, it's like right now I'm still working a job. I gotta make money somehow. And before I go out and work for someone else, I'm going to put myself first, no matter what it is. You know? So I've tried a lot of things, and I finally found my purpose, what I love doing. I can find myself as soon as a conversation sparks up about self-improvement, anything in the areas of self-improvement, fitness, I find myself just lost speaking for hours, if I could, literally. But yeah, I'm gonna go take a walk in the sun. Be grateful for your family, for another day in life, for God. Do what you're supposed to do. You know, when you fall down, get back up. And I'm talking to myself and everyone else listening. Believe in yourself. Chase your dreams. You only live one life. You know, I just found out what my dream really was, and I was just waiting for my inner calling. I wasn't sure what it was, but I feel like my whole life, you know, growing up after you get out of high school, it's like it really is true that, you know, just other people have expectations and standards for you to do these type of things that you don't really want to do, but you know it's like it'll put you in a comfortable path, right? Right now I feel uncomfortable because I'm not sure what I'm getting myself into, but I know my dream, right? I'm taking the risk. I'm doing whatever it takes. So I hope you have a great day. Day 28 of prep. I'm going to go strong. I'm going to do what I have to do. I'm going to take care of myself so I can take care of my family. And yeah, see ya.